Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the how do I safely remove and install RAM PC build beginner guide. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. The RAM in your computer is the computer component that is the most straightforward to remove and replace. Because of technological advancements, the RAM, DIMM, slots on the motherboard no longer require screws, and the majority of them are secured with clips. Since then, removing RAM has become significantly simpler than it was previously. This video will teach you how to safely and effectively remove RAM from your computer in the simplest and most straightforward manner. Step 1. There is only one tool that has to be utilized. The process of removing and reinstalling RAM in a computer is one of the easiest things you can complete. Only a Phillips/Crosshead screwdriver will be required for this task, as the screws that hold the case side panel in place will need to be removed. Step 2. Selecting the appropriate RAM. The fact that you should always double-check that the replacement RAM modules you're using are compatible with your motherboard is worth mentioning. A list of compatible RAM modules should be available on the motherboard manufacturer's website if you're upgrading or adding RAM modules to your motherboard. Because older motherboards only support DDR3 RAM, or even older module types, it is extremely necessary to check for these problems when purchasing new DDR4 RAM. These errors are especially evident when the memory module does not fit into the DIMM slot. When adding additional RAM modules, make certain that they are the same RAM modules that are currently installed in the PC. The quickest way to ensure that they are the same RAM modules is to obtain the model number from the existing RAM modules and purchase the exact same type of RAM module as before. While a PC can function with mismatched RAM modules, making sure that all RAM modules are of the same model would eliminate the possibility of the PC malfunctioning altogether. You could also check to see how many DIMM slots are available on your motherboard. It doesn't matter if your motherboard has only a few of DIMM slots or 8 DIMM slots. You can only add extra RAM modules if your motherboard has enough DIMM slots available. Step 3. Preserving the security of your computer. One final hazard to consider before opening your computer is static electricity, and what precautions you should take to keep your computer safe from it. Static electricity has the potential to damage components and cause the computer to cease working quickly. The most effective way to do this is to get an anti-static wristband that will ground you while working on the computer, or you may simply touch a metal component of the computer when it is switched down and unplugged. When working on a computer, it is also recommended that you avoid standing on carpeting. As soon as you are ready to remove or replace the RAM, turn off your computer and unplug the power cord from the rear of the computer. In addition to preventing you from accidentally turning the PC back on, pressing the power button after the PC has been turned down and removed will also destroy any remaining charge. Step 4. Getting things started. In order to gain access to the PC components when the computer is off and unconnected, you must first remove the side panel, which is generally the left-hand panel when facing the computer. Review the case manual that came with the computer before attempting to remove the panel. It will instruct you on how to open the case properly. It is necessary to remove 2 screws from the back of most computer cases in order to access and replace them with the side panels of the computer case. A photograph shows the inside of a computer. Once inside, you can take a look at the various components. You should be able to view the RAM modules on the motherboard, which will be located in the DIMM slots. These are generally located to the right of the processor cooler, although depending on the motherboard type, they can occasionally be located to both the right and left. Step 5. Disconnecting the RAM from the computer. It is simple to remove RAM modules from their respective slots by pressing down on the tabs on either end of the slots they are installed in. However, some motherboards only have one tab on the DIMM slot, which is becoming increasingly common. You should either lay the system down with the RAM modules top facing up or grip the RAM module with the other hand before you begin pushing tabs. This is because the RAM stick can easily pop out of the slot and fall to a potentially dangerous floor or case bottom if you don't take precautions. Once the tabs on the RAM module have been pulled down and the module hasn't leaped out at you, you should be able to remove it out of the motherboard with no problems. This should only require moderately hard pressure. It is important to double-check that the tabs on the DIMM slots are completely pressed down. If they are not, the RAM module or the slot may have been destroyed. It is possible to verify the RAM module's model number, which is printed on its side, as well as the RAM module's size and other specifications such as its speed, timings, and voltage after it has been removed. Step 6. RAM installation. To reinstall the RAM modules, just reinstall them into the DIMM slots on the motherboard. Examine the grooves in the DIMM slots. You'll notice that one of them is longer than the other, with a notch in the middle. This will indicate which way you should install the RAM modules, as the module will have a notch where it fits into the DIMM slot in the opposite direction of the longer groove. When inserting the RAM module into the slot, apply firm pressure on both ends of the module to ensure proper alignment. It should then be possible to click the tabs into position, which will lock the RAM module in place. Use the same procedure for motherboards with only one tab on the DIMM slot pressed down on both ends of the module with firm pressure. You should still hear a click when the RAM module is appropriately inserted into both the end without and the end with a tab. Ensure that the RAM is set to run at the correct speed and voltage after everything has been installed. Restart your computer once everything has been installed. If you have a modern motherboard, you should be able to implement any settings you desire by activating XMP, Extreme Memory Profile, which will also set the timings for your RAM module. Step 7. Final inspections. However, if you are unable to locate the amount of RAM installed on your motherboard in the BIOS, the number can be verified in Windows by heading to the system screen from the control panel. The amount of RAM allocated to images in Windows is referred to as image RAM. To ensure that the correct amount of RAM is displayed, it is necessary to remove and replace the RAM. This is due to the possibility that one or more of the modules were not properly installed in the slots. To rule out the possibility that one or both RAM modules or DIMM slots are defective, test them one at a time until they are all working properly. Finally, check your RAM for problems in case you received a defective module or a bad set of modules from the manufacturer. Even brand new RAM can develop defects, and while your computer may appear to be operating normally at the time, bad RAM will cause more problems down the line. Following our recommendations, which may be found here, is a simple method of testing your RAM. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.